Hello everybody. So it is actually Thanksgiving right now and it's like 8 o'clock p.m. And so we have a bunch of people over. We have my grandparents, my grandma, grandpa, and then we have my parents have some friends from their Bible study, and so they're here. And then we have my brother, my sister, and me, and so that's a lot of people. And um, so we had dinner, which was really good, and like I ate a lot and I got full really fast, but then I got hungry again right afterwards. So then we had dessert and it was really good. I had both kinds of pie with Cool Whip on them, and I'm probably gonna have ice cream after everybody leaves, just because like I am full again right now. But potatoes fill you up a lot, I guess. I don't know. And it was actually making me a little anxious just because so many people, and I wasn't at the end, it was just like at the beginning. My sister wouldn't stop like touching everything, and I don't know, when things are supposed to be like a certain way, I guess I get really anxious when people start acting like they're gonna make it stop being that way, like when you're cooking something on the stove and someone goes really close to it and you're like, and they're not necessarily even close enough to get burned, but it just really stresses me out, stuff like that. So I had my little fidget with me because, yeah. And then also, I did a cool thing with my nails that I want you to see. So see if you can get a good look at that. I know the lighting in here isn't great, but at least I have a cool looking background. And hopefully this video will be loud enough for you. And yeah, there's going to be a ton of background noise, but you got to be okay with that. Can you see that color? It's sort of like a rose gold orange color. And it's really cool. I'm not sure if I like it, but I thought it was really unique. And so the way that I did it was, they have a base coat of one or two of this Townley Girl pink, which it was getting kind of old, so I'm using it up. As you can see, it's down to like here. And then there's this color, which is the same brand, but yellow/yellow gold. But see, the reason this looks so much thinner, it's like moving around a lot, is because it got down to like the very bottom and I couldn't get it out with this. So I put in some nail polish remover, like acetone, because I knew if you put in a little of that it would come out, but I accidentally filled the whole thing up. So now I've got this really thin shimmer glaze. So I put 2 or 3 coats of that over the base coat of the pink, and it makes this cool like orangey/rose gold kind of color. So yeah, just thought y'all would be interested in that. And I really want to make some DIY videos now because I just watched them and got really inspired. But unfortunately, I can't really do that right now. Yeah, it's sad because to do that, I need to do like using the sewing machine and sewing and doing stuff. But like, so I'm inspired, but I can't really use the inspiration. So I'm gonna make a video that I had been meaning to make for a while, but I couldn't because apparently, to make what I'm trying to do this video, I need actual Wi-Fi. It can't just be like, oh, you looked at it before, which means that it's now available to be opened on your iPad, which I'm not sure how it got to 67%. So we're going to look at this Google form. I know in the previous video about my speech, my persuasive analysis, we looked at my my audience analysis, but now we're going to look at my Google form. And then either in this video or the next video, I'm going to play those interview clips so you guys can see them, and then also so I can listen to them and take notes from them. And then I've started to work on my PowerPoint, but I haven't actually gotten there yet. I need to do a lot of work. So hopefully people won't yell at me if I'm working on homework for the next few days, because I really need to get some done. So let me just pull it up. Okay, so my voice is probably going to give out before we're finished with this video, and it might have to end up making it 2 parts because there's a lot. So first, I'm going to look at the questions that I didn't allow people to actually write up their answers to, because that's going to be a lot faster. There are 140 responses, but I don't know if some people may have responded more than once. There are a few people who I know, like I could tell by their written answers, weren't really caring that much about the survey, but it's okay. So it's the first question is, how many times a day on average do you hear someone talking about diet, weight, or exercise just in general? 51.4% said almost none or once or twice. So that's a little more than half of the people don't really hear this much. 30% said 5 to 10 times a day. 12.9% said 10 to 20 times, and can't see it. And then the rest of people said 20 or more times. So I guess I'll just have to do the math in my head, but basically if you add, that's 81 plus 81 plus, this would be 95. So about 5% said 20 or more times a day. Just had to do some in my head math there real quick. And then I guess this is going to have to be done a lot of it on the computer, so we'll have to come back for some of these. But about how many times a day on average do you hear people you live with talking about diet, weight, or exercise? So that's more about like in a house with you. And so we've got 48.6% say almost none or once or twice, 5 to 10%, 3 to 7.37.9% say 5 to 10, 7.1% say 20 or more, and the rest of them say 10 to 20 times. And this math is getting a little like, so I'm gonna just write it down on the screen or like edit it in. How often do you exercise? 14.3% of people exercised once a week. 21.4% of people exercise 2 to 3 times a week. 22.9% of people exercise more than 3 times a week but less than every day. 26.4% of people exercise every day. 12.9% of people exercise almost never. And then a few people, like very small, so like I guess one vote was for once every 2 weeks, and maybe 1 or 2 votes was for once a month because I can't really see that. And then here we go. Do you consider yourself a healthy person? We've got a 38.6% maybe, 16.4% no, and 38.6% yes. And then for this question, I added other, so you could like do that. Will it let me see it though? Probably not. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna just go to the Google Sheets because it made me a Google Sheets. There we go. It's not as helpful. Oh, the dog's freaking out again. Oh yeah, and so there's a lady who's letting us babysit her bunny, and so she's here too, and she's eating dessert with us. Insanity. You know what, guys? I'm gonna have to just do this video later because it's not working. But I will make a different video. So, peace. If our love's a tragedy, why are you my remedy?